Gold caught a bid yesterday after Ben Bernanke says he's not raising rates anytime soon. Here to talk about the future of the precious metal is Savneet Singh from Gold Bullion International. Welcome, Savneet.
Thank you.
And tell me, is this the start of something bigger for gold?
You know, it's tough to say. I think you've had a lot of speculator interest come out of the market. Gold took a wild ride last year, jumped up to $1,900, and I think that led to a lot of short-term players jumping in. And I think it's almost analogous to what happened in Napa when you had a lot of people rush into the 600s or 700s. The same thing happened in gold, and when you had a few of these steep sell-offs, people kind of washed out, and now you have some buying coming back in. But it's difficult to tell in the short run, but I think in the long run it might be.
What are the fundamentals of gold right now? Or is it just trading on whatever Ben Bernanke says?
You know, it's a great point. It does seem like gold trades like a stock now. It goes off of sort of macro commentary, US based, but what's odd about that is 80% of gold is purchased outside the United States, outside of the Western Hemisphere. And so when I look at the fundamentals of gold, I think it's very much tied to emerging market growth, emerging wealth in Asia, particularly in India and China. And I think those drivers are what propel gold going forward.
Is gold a smart contrarian play nowadays? Wall Street has even turned on gold. It used to be that all the investment houses were lining up, telling people to go out and buy gold because they were worried about inflation. Now they're all running away screaming from it.
You know, it's funny. Gold has not been the contrarian investment for the last couple of years, and you're right, everything has turned against it. It's tough to argue whether it is or isn't because it's a very polarizing asset, but what I can say on the physical side where we play, you know, we've had the biggest inflows we've ever had as a company every time gold's taken a spike down. And so I think the fundamental buyer is the physical buyer because they're buying for the long run. They're not buying to trade. It doesn't make sense to trade physical bars back and forth. I mean, people who buy that are buying for the long run. And I can say from our flows, it looks like you have a lot of fundamental buying happening now.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching The Street.